Tweed. The first time I heard my mother tell me that she didn't love me anymore was when I was in primary school. Sometime around kindergarten, I believe. I was in trouble frequently at school. Nothing too serious, nothing worthy of expulsion, although there was talk of suspension. It was just a matter of not knowing any better, being a little too disrespectful to be tolerable. I guess that would have been why she said it. Other families may have put up with it, but I come from a very promising family. A family full of honor, reputation, of value. Having me exist devalued them. Mother had tears in her eyes as she drove me home, a mere 10 minutes after the talk. It was around the third talk we had, which came from a very tolerant school board, hence me still going there. I was lucky to be there still, let alone at all. I didn't understand this. Nor did I at first understand that she could have possibly said what she had said in the car. Still crying, eyes on the road, not daring to look me in the eyes, she told me what was on her immediate mind. I think that fact hurts the most. She was saying, without a filter, what was true to her in the moment. We had been living without Joseph, my brother, for about a year. I think the fact that Joseph was a much more promising child and God had snatched him up hurt Mother more than anything I could have ever done. I imagine that's why she told me the truth as well. Being without her perfect son, the son she wanted, and left with a bitter reminder of what was both infinitely better and yet so finite that he had already left us. Mother clearly still loved Joseph. I wasn't worthy of her love. It was as good a time as any to let me know this. Mother went on to suffer from many ailments, each being seemingly worse than the last. Each disease made her more angry towards me. Each cough, pain, and disability hammered in the idea more thoroughly that it was all my fault. It really wasn't, as I've come to accept. Mother needed someone to blame. I was angry at her as soon as I realized that I didn't need to live in a constant state of sadness and guilt. Why me? Why couldn't she find it in herself to love me? I had my own issues, and it wasn't my fault she was associating me with her sad, empty life. It wasn't until after her funeral, which I never went to, had passed that I realized it was truly never her fault either. It wasn't in Mother to hate. It wasn't in Mother to not love. I've accepted that the day Joseph died was the day my mother died too, at least the mother I know. The guilt for not being her perfect son crept back, but for different reasons. I could never replace Joseph, but I didn't have to abandon her. If I hadn't abandoned her so readily, the diseases may have lingered, but I don't think she would have welcomed the news so warmly. The words hurt when they had meaning. If I had just excused them as Mother's coping mechanism, I could have been the good person my friends were always trying to convince me I was. I could have saved her. I chose bitterness. I was weak. Truly, the detentions I got weren't the ways I let Mother down. 2 years after her death, I left town. Nothing there was left for me. Family was dying or leaving off, perpetuating the cycle. Friends were drifting away, my sadness bringing in an apparent unwanted contagion. Where I now live is irrelevant, as is who I am. Both would have had purpose if I had just saved her and showed that Mother didn't mean it, that Mother loved me, and that I loved her right back. But I didn't.
Hey there, thanks for checking out that crazy video of Happy Wheels. If you enjoyed that, be sure to smash that like button and hit subscribe. I hope you like videos like that, because I'm going to be pumping out Let's Plays on this channel from, every freaking day. I'm going to go over there and puke now.